All right, here goes.
What the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to We Don't Know Sports by We Don't Know Network. I'm your host, Ethan Ragsdale. Welcome to my cohorts. With me, always, my co-captain, Jacob Wolf.
What's going on, guys?
Joining us today, owner of WDK, Brian Davis, here with us.
Yo.
How are we
What up,
doing
y'all?
today, boys?
Peace
Tired.
and blessings, my friends.
Peace and blessings. Yeah, another week in this Rona lifestyle that we're living. Another week, hopefully,
This
to get the
Rona
fuck out of
lifestyle.
it. Yeah, bro, it's a new way of life. Check the vibes, vibe waving. Yeah, so we're going to get right into our first score today. We're going to just go over some of our recent scores, standings, playoffs, things where they stand right now. But we'll start with the boring shit first. So, Jacob, you can take us away with some fucking hockey and get it out of the way. So let's go ahead.
So we're in the semifinals now of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Flying V.
Yes, sir. Check out Goldberg. He looks
I got
fucking
my
good
Mighty
now.
Ducks. I got my Mighty Ducks hat on today.
So right now we got the Golden Knights are playing the Dallas Stars in the West, and we have the Islanders and the Tampa Bay Lightning in the East. After one game, Tampa Bay is up 1-0 over the Islanders. They won the game 8-2. They were really
That's
beat the
expected,
living
right?
shit out of
Yeah,
them.
that eight
Yeah.
fucking goals. Jesus
I don't think
Christ.
I don't think Islanders were even expected to make it past the first round, really.
Yeah, that's
They're a
fair.
6th seed, you know. But the Dallas Stars win the first game against the Golden Knights, but the Golden Knights came back
Saw that.
yesterday and won 3-0. So that series at 1-1 looks like that is going to be the series to watch. I think Tampa Bay is just going to run away with it in the East on that one. My choice of Colorado is already out, but they lost to Dallas, who's unexpectedly beaten the shit out of them, or out of everyone, it seems like. They did have a 7-game series against Colorado, though, so that was fun to watch. But yeah, it looks like we're most likely going to get Tampa Bay versus either Dallas or Las Vegas, and I think Ethan, you were cheering for Las Vegas before, weren't you?
Yeah, I was going to get more to that in my prediction for sure. But yeah, I'm a Knights guy in the standoffs in the playoffs right now. I definitely want them to pull away from it. I mean, they've been in it for the 3 years that they've been in it in the league, so I'm pulling for them.
Yeah.
I could
Solid
just
team.
not care about hockey. Like, I really was into it for like one season, and just luckily the team I decided to like made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. But I
Team I
just
decided.
don't care about it.
Yeah, I mean,
And I wish I did, but I just don't.
we
Hockey's
understand
fun,
you're half
man.
and half,
Playoffs
Brian,
hockey
so
fun.
Yeah.
the white half, it doesn't come in sports on you, I don't think.
But I don't even know if my white half likes it. It's like
I've asked, and it just doesn't check the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm into some playoff hockey, though, dude. It gets me hyped. I like playoff anything. But it's the essence similar to MLB for me. I'm not going to get invested when you fucking play a game every goddamn night. Like, I'm just not going to get
Oh
invested.
yeah, there's no
in the regular
urgency
season.
to it. Like, there's
Exactly.
no real need to give a shit
And
about
that's why-
every single game. That's why
Yeah.
the NFL's so cool.
Exactly.
football's so
That was
cool.
that was going to be my comment, is that those are much more important because those games matter much more. And it's, you ask, why can't you play 7 games in the NFL? And it's just because it's not practical. I mean, their
Could you
bodies just can't
imagine
handle
if they
it.
played 82
7-game
games?
series.
Jesus.
They'd all be like Jerome Bettis by the end of it. Fuck.
Jeez, the bus.
Yes, sir.
Dude,
I
fucking
just
tied it up
remember
there.
reading articles that he literally he couldn't walk until like Wednesdays after the game, towards the end of his career.
Yeah, he was.
Shit's
Yeah.
fucking wild.
Yeah, the bus was breaking down. I remember.
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
I'm
for
a big
sure.
Pittsburgh fan, so that one I remember when that was happening.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Hell yeah. All right, so moving on, NBA scoreboard we're going to check out. We're just pretty much recent up. We have my Miami Heat. They beat the Bucks last night, 103-94 to win the series 4-1.
That was one of the most boring basketball games I've ever
Oh, really?
possibly.
I guess because I'm a fan,
Yeah.
I didn't think that way. When you're a fan,
Yeah,
you're
oh, yeah, for
invested.
sure.
I don't think of it that way.
Jimmy
But
Butler
man,
looks like somebody's uncle. Like, what is he like? How is he a professional athlete?
and he talks shit like a fucking uncle at the goddamn cookout
Yeah.
too.
So,
Nah, for sure.
but I'm happy the Heat won. I texted you guys about it though. I wish they would have wore those South Beach unis. to
That'd be
close the
sick as
series
fuck.
out.
The one
The
that
bright,
the,
the bright blue ones.
yeah, that's the
like
one I
those,
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I wore that
Those
on
are
a pod
dope.
here.
Yeah,
It was
those are
I have the
dope.
Hero jersey. Get yours before they sell the fuck out because he's coming up.
Hero.
Yeah, he's a beast, dude.
That's a bad man. He
Yeah,
can
he's
shoot.
a beast. Yeah,
I
he's a
need a
beast.
hero.
He's like Duncan Robinson's a little bit. Robinson's a little bit better shooter, but Hero's just a better basketball player. I mean, he's an off the ball player, so I mean, he can do a little bit at the rim. He's a little bit better, like versatile. I think he's going to be something special.
Are we just doing scores right now, or are we talking NBA as well?
No, we're just doing scores right now because we're going to get into
Okay.
that next segment. We're in quarter one,
Alright,
quarter number
bet,
two. We
bet,
get into
bet.
predictions. That's why I didn't
I
hold
have-
off. On
Yeah,
the
Brian,
NHL.
shut the fuck up.
Sorry,
I have a whole
I
lot.
have some
No, you're
thoughts
straight.
about. I have some thoughts about Giannis that I want to get out.
We're gonna get to that. We're getting to that for sure. So just to wrap it up, so we can get to the juicy stuff. We got Lakers Rockets. It was tied 1-1 yesterday. They
Great show.
played. It was a great game. 112-102. Great game. I mean, LeBron played well. He had 36 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. James Harden had a good game.
Half.
Yeah, James Harden had a good game as usual, but just not enough. I mean, and Russell Westbrook just isn't that piece that they need. We can get in that in a little bit, but that's where it stands right now. Tonight, we have Raptors and Celtics. That's happening right now as we record this. The game will be over when you guys are listening. Celtics are up 14-9. They're up in the series 3-2. Clippers and Nuggets playoff tonight. 2-1. Nobody can win tonight. I just hope the Nuggets tie the series. Hopefully they'll do that.
Me too. I want them to send fucking LA home so bad.
Yeah, I fucking hate the Clippers. I really don't want them to have any competition with the Lakers. Okay, so moving on to MLB that we'll talk about right before we'll get into predictions. No one really gives a shit about
check
this.
out again.
MLB
Yeah,
out again.
go ahead, check the fuck out. That's fine.
So one thing I do want to mention about the MLB though is just from a game that was played earlier today. Apparently, the Brewers beat the Tigers 19-0. So
Is
that's
that football
What was the score?
score?
That's
19-0.
fuck. It was a big score for a baseball game. 5
Jesus
homers
Christ.
and 8 doubles.
Hey, what's the team that we hate still?
All of them.
No, but like, who's the
Oh,
one
the
that cheated?
the Astros. The Astros.
Oh, yeah.
the
Oh
team
yeah,
of fuckers.
Astros. That we collectively fucking hate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But just to get past this
anyone that loves
bullshit,
sports hates them. Yeah.
just to get past this bullshit, we'll talk about who's hot, who's not right now. American League, Tampa Bay out of the East, 28-15. Cleveland Indians out of Central, 26-16. I'm saying records, by the way. Sorry, I didn't preface that.
How's that still their name?
I know.
What'd
Yeah,
you
I
say?
shouldn't even say that. The Cleveland fucking baseball team.
Yeah.
Out of the West, Oakland A's are on fire, 25-15. I say on fire. They haven't won their last 10, but they got an overall decent record.
Pittsburgh is no longer
Astros.
the worst team in the league, by the way.
Oh, they're not. That was last week. They were the worst team in the league.
Yeah, we're now 5th from last.
Wow.
How?
The tables have turned.
Are you, I'm
Basically
looking
the
at
best.
I'm looking at the overall, and you look like you
They're
guys have
14.
the.
They're 14-26, but their winning percentage is 0.35, and there's 2 teams with .349 and 1 team with a .341.
You realize head football coaches get fired with
that's
a
fair.
14 and
No, I
26
know.
record?
That's fucking disgusting.
Can you
That's
imagine?
fucking disgusting. Yeah, it's pretty shit.
Can you
Braves.
imagine winning 100 games and still, or losing 60 games a season and still having an amazing season?
Yeah,
That's baseball.
insane.
That's participation
good.
trophy.
For facts. That's how it is in baseball. No one cares because there's so many fucking games. Braves are 24-18. They're winning their division out of the East. We got Cubs 25-18, and the Dodgers 31-12. And like I said, it's death, taxes, and Dodgers losing the playoffs because that's what's fucking happening. All right, let's open up this discourse a little bit. Let's get into our quarter 2 predictions and shit. So let's go back to the NHL just a smidge. Brian, I know you don't give a shit, but I'm going to have you pick a team anyway. If you're going to pick one out of the teams that we have left, who do you think it's going to be? Just
Are
to
the
win it
Sharks
all?
in it?
We
No, they didn't
just
make
went
the-
over this.
He
fucking
checked the
idiot.
fuck out.
He's like, oh, even the white side of him said no.
I'm
no.
not even going to fucking listen.
You ever turn on Sports Center and it's like something like a sport you just don't give a shit
Tennis.
about, so you just
Anytime
decide
tennis
not
comes
to
up, like,
watch
that's when I go get a
SportsCenter?
drink.
And that bullshit. Did y'all see that? Forget the guy's fucking name. Like is it Djokovic?
Djokovic, yeah. The
He
number one player in the
accidentally hit
world.
the judge. And
He did. He
tennis.
swatted that ball out of him in frustration, though. So he deserved to get kicked.
But was it at the
him.
line, Judge? Or
Yeah,
did he
hit it
just-
right at him in the
It-
throat.
Yeah, but
it
that
was a
doesn't
girl.
mean that doesn't
Yeah,
mean
it
He
was-
didn't mean to hit
Brian,
him
watch
with
it. Just-
but he
I
hit it
can't-
at them in frustration, and it happened to hit her.
did he? I didn't see
Yeah,
it like
no,
that.
he was. It was in frustration. He hit
Even
that
the
ball in
reports
frustration.
didn't. They weren't even reporting it like he was pissed off. Like all the
Yeah, I
reports
didn't think
said
so.
No, he like just
accidentally
lost
did it.
a. He had
It's
just lost
soft,
a point or
though.
something like that.
That bitch went down like fucking Kawhi. Not Kawhi.
He got hit in the
fucking James
fucking
Harden.
Adam's apple with a tennis ball.
It was a girl, and she got
They
fucking
have
hit. and-
Adam's apples, don't they? It's just not as prominent.
No, they don't have Adam's apples.
Like at all?
No, women don't have Adam's apples, dude. They're Adam. Adam and Eve. That's what they're called, Adam's apples.
No, I thought it was because he
She's-
choked on that apple.
No, I mean, she went down and she was moaning, and I like, you know.
Welcome to We Don't Know Anatomy.
Nice.
We Don't Know
By
Network.
Jacob Wolf, leader of the new fucking show.
I'm
Jesus
Googling
Christ.
it.
Yeah, go for it. While you do
This
that,
isn't a Googleable thing. Like,
Hey,
this is-
oh, nope. Most girls don't have Adam's apples, but some do.
okay, so Jacob has an Adam's apple. There you go.
yeah.
Yeah, so we confirmed that. All right, Vegas Knights, Islanders, Dallas Stars, Tampa Bay Lightning. I got Tampa Bay Lightning and Knights in the Stanley Cup, and I got Knights taking it all.
Are the Ducks playing?
I said the fucking teams, Brian. I said the 4 fucking teams.
So the Sharks nor the Ducks are playing.
No, so you got the next best team. You got the Stars. Brian's got the Stars taking it all from Dallas.
I don't think I do.
Okay, then who the fuck do you have? I'm giving you the
He's
shit,
just
bro.
trying to be difficult.
Yeah, I know. All right, Karen.
Like
who you
Captain
got?
America at the end of Endgame.
Is that no?
No, I don't think,
Don't think I will.
I don't think I will. So you're just gonna lead us on? Or you're gonna fucking pick a damn team?
He's just gonna
That
walk
sounds cool.
away.
I'm
He's
not
like,
going
nah.
to pick it. I
Okay.
refuse to pick a hockey team.
So Brian's got the nobodies. Who do you got? I think the Lightning will win, but I want the Knights.
Yeah,
That's who I have.
I'm actually gonna go with
What a
Dallas versus
stupid
Tampa Bay in the
mascot,
final,
The Lightning.
and I want Dallas to win, so I'm gonna go with Dallas.
That'd be cool, but they're not getting past the Knights.
I'll go with the Knights. I'll go with the Knights.
Yeah, dude, they're tight.
He's
bro.
only
I'm
doing that to
telling
be
you.
a dick to me. That's the only reason he's doing it.
Facts. Dude, but the Knights are a cool fucking team. They're from Las
Yeah.
Vegas. They've only been in the team. If you want to be an NHL fan, get on the Knights. They've only been in the team, the leagues for 3 years.
Whoa. I'm a diehard Sharks fan. All right?
Okay, sorry. What's their captain?
I can't tell you that.
Yeah, real fans they keep that information a secret on purpose.
Yeah.
We lost Ethan there for a second. Hopefully he comes
Oh,
right back at it.
All right, guys, and moving on just to NBA predictions. After we left NHL predictions, we have those. Brian's important one that we don't give a fuck about. So let's talk about NBA predictions, who we think's going to win, who we want to win really quick before we move on to our next quarter. So we're still in quarter 2 here. We already know how everything sits. We got 8 teams left, right? No, let's do the math. We got Heat are the only one in the conference finals, right?
There's
And then
6
we
teams.
have... Well, it's an odd number. It's an odd number because,
It should be
Hold on.
7.
7, right?
Yeah.
Because we got Heat, Lakers, Rockets, Raptors, Celtics, Clippers, Nugs. So we got 7. Correct. We're bad at math. We don't fucking know math. That's for sure. We'll break it down just by what we think prediction is really
Motherfucker
quick.
just said, "What's 8 minus 1?" I don't know.
I don't know. I couldn't even begin to get the number of fucking 8. So any fucking way. I had Heat in the Lakers in my finals in the very first pod that we did. That was my call. I'm still going with that call. That's what I want. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Boston beats us. Therefore, I think Boston is going to finish out the Raptors. They're up right now by 8. I know it's not a lot. They're just a better team. They're going to win. Lakers are definitely going to beat the Rockets. It's the same thing Portland did. Portland won first game because LeBron didn't give a fuck. They're going to win the next 4 games, and that's a wrap. And I think it's going to be Lakers Clippers. I want Lakers Nuggets. Nuggets are going to give them less of an issue than the Clippers will. I think Clipper has a higher upside. I think it's going to be Lakers Clippers and then Boston Heat and Lakers in the finals. And my prediction is Lakers going to beat the Heat, but I'd be happy either way. Heat's my team, but I fucking love LeBron, and I hate that 3-6 argument. 4-6 sounds a little bit better, so I would not mind if Heat and Lakers are in the finals. I'll be happy either way. What about you guys?
I have basically the exact same prediction. Just I'm picking the Celtics over the Heat.
Yeah, fair. No, fair. I'm doing it because I'm biased. I love the Heat.
Yeah,
but if
exactly.
I'm a betting man, if you put a gun in my head, you're telling me bet money, bet your house right now. I'm betting the Boston Celtics.
Well, I mean, I will say the Heat are definitely the hot hand.
Yeah.
Pun unintended. But I mean,
no, for sure. I
they're
mean,
definitely looking good. Don't
on
get me wrong.
paper, I know games aren't played on paper. That's why games are played.
Yeah.
On paper, the Boston Celtics are a better team.
Yeah, for sure.
Position for position, depth for depth. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are really, really good players, but I think Jimmy Butler is on their level, and we don't have any other guys who are on their level. What about you, Brian?
I think the Boston Celtics will beat the Raptors tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Close out the series.
They're currently
I
up
think,
right now, 30,
by
30
8,
25.
I think the Nuggets will lose to the Clippers. I think the Lakers will win. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than I think it'll go to 6.
Okay.
I
You think Rockets will
Houston
squeeze
win.
another one out?
Yeah, I think Houston won one more. I'm a Lakers fan. I watch all these games. We just
Yeah.
can. They make just one or two extra passes, and they can shoot. And 4 out of the 5 guys on the floor for Houston at a time can shoot threes. So it's having a little bit of tough time with that. But yeah, I still think the Lakers will win. And then I have the Lakers and probably the Celtics.
Yeah. That's the best bet,
Yeah.
man. It's the the
Yeah.
better's bet right there, man.
I just don't think the Heat. I just don't think the Heat are deep enough. They just don't have a championship team yet. They could definitely build off of this.
For sure.
I think Giannis is checking.
We don't have a big
Giannis
man.
did check out.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, he got hurt, but I mean, it's questionable how even bad that injury was. I mean, they were already down bad. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. Giannis is probably gonna go to the Heat. Probably though. That's probably a smart move.
I
especially
think
if-
this series did that for him. I really
Yeah.
fucking hope
He's about
so.
to pull a KD for sure, and go to the Heat if they can keep Jimmy Butler there. And I saw something today that said like why the Heat need to trade for Rondo. It was a guard. I don't know, something like that. So maybe if they can get like a veteran guard, just a guard with some potential, and yeah, Giannis and Jimmy Butler, yeah, that could be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dragic is great, our guard right now, but he is getting up there. He's like 32, 33, so he's getting up there in age.
Yeah.
This is an unpopular opinion, but I think he's just as good as Rondo. I mean, especially his potential right now. And
Yeah, I mean,
in the playoffs,
I'm not like picking up Rondo. I mean, he's currently my point guard for the Lakers.
yeah,
But
and I like
every time
Rondo. I like
I-
Rondo.
all these games with the Rockets, like I've been on edge, like tensed up the whole
Yeah,
game. Like,
for sure.
it's like they should be just blowing them out, but like
Yeah.
we'll get in like these 15-point leads, and then the Rockets will come back and be up by 6 or 8, and it's just
Yeah, I mean, they got two superstars and other decent players. Eric Gordon, PJ Tucker, they're decent players. Two superstars in Harden and Westbrook. They don't quite have the chemistry. That's not. I don't think they're going to make it. They're going to do some damage. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised if it takes 6-7. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Lakers are going to win the next 2 and it's a wrap. That's what I think. But I would not be surprised.
LeBron was on another level last night. I mean, completely dominated the first half on offense, then completely dominated the second half on defense.
Just watching him play is different, man. I mean, and that's why he's talked about so much. It truly looks a little effortless. Like, I'm not being exaggerative. Like, when he plays, it looks like he's not trying so hard. Like, more than Giannis.
I wish he wouldn't call for. I wish he wouldn't cry. He does cry a bit to the refs. I mean, he wants the calls.
Yeah,
but,
people
which I
roast
get.
him, but he doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, and people get the calls. I mean, Harden gets every call. It's like sickening to watch James Harden play basketball. Honestly, it's like the most boring basketball.
It's hard to like him, bro. It's hard to like him. I was talking about it last night because my fiance was like, hasn't he been on so many teams? And I was like, no. She was like, I just see him all the time. But he was only on the Thunder for, I'm bad at this, 1 year? And then been with Rockets forever since then?
I thought it was 3 years.
Yeah,
I could be way wrong.
He was a rookie.
Man.
I mean, it was him, Westbrook. Go
And
ahead.
then he started to get good, and then he won 6th Man of the Year, and then they traded him after that.
That
'Cause they
sounds
didn't wanna
right.
pay him.
And he's only been with 2 teams. He's
They didn't
been with the
wanna pay
Rockets
him,
and the
which would have
Thunder.
been stupid because if they would have kept him, KD, and Westbrook probably would have won 2 championships. So that was dumb.
They would have. No, I mean, Katie fucked all that up. Katie fucked all that up. Yeah, because Katie left before Harden did.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. And
No,
Westbrook.
Harden. They traded Harden. KD was there 2 more years, and then he went to Golden State after
And
that.
then Westbrook was the last one there because this is his first year with the Rockets?
Westbrook played 2 years after KD left.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. We don't know because I don't know this fucking history shit. But yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right. Any more predictions we want to do? So, Brian, you didn't say your overall prediction. We obviously know, but let's hear it. Your finals prediction.
Yo, how amazing would a Lakers Celtics NBA Finals be in
That's
this
what I was
weird,
saying. That's
in
what I
this
was saying.
weird fucking time that
And the year of Kobe's passing and like
and then
it would mean a lot, man. It would mean a lot. Bring back that rivalry from the 70s, right? Was the main years for that rivalry?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so,
I
yeah.
believe so.
60s, 70s, like Bill Walton, those years.
But
But then also,
well, I mean, even Magic.
Yeah, that's
and
what I was
Larry
gonna say.
Bird. Magic and
Yeah,
Bird,
Magic
too.
and Bird
Yeah.
was like
That
the
was the
middle
80s,
war.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, if the Lakers and the Celtics play in the NBA Finals, you might see a sweep.
You think?
I just don't see how the Celtics match up with the Lakers in any positive way.
How do you feel about the Heat, just from a curious, do you think they match up with the Lakers any better? Have you watched enough to have an opinion on that?
The Heat?
Yeah. Do you think they match up better than the Celtics? Because
Dude,
I think the
haven't
Celtics are a
watched
better
it.
team.
I
Fair
haven't
enough.
watched the Heat play enough to be able to tell you that. The little bit of playoff Heat that I've watched, I've just thought they're playing very well,
Yeah.
but the Bucks are also playing
Bad.
like
Sure.
fucking shit. Like,
Sure.
how is this the number
Yeah.
one overall team in the NBA?
Yeah, it all relies on Giannis, and when one player's off, the other four are off too. And that's why they won that one game, is because we didn't know how to adjust to not playing without Giannis. The only game they won, Giannis wasn't on the court. You know,
I'll say what the Heat have. The Heat have the best alternate unis in basketball.
that's facts. And they got a really good fucking coach. Eric Spoelstra, is a good fucking coach. Yeah, I'm not saying he's the GOAT, but
I
he's
don't like
a very
his
good
face.
coach.
Yeah, I don't like his face
I don't
either.
like his rat face.
It's like that
Bothers
Duke
me a
coach.
lot.
Yeah, he does. Dude, but that motherfucker does not age, bro. Only white people age like fucking saltines, dude. He does not age, man. He still looks good as he did when LeBron Braun was there. But there you have it, guys. We got Lakers pretty much all three of us we think is going to win it all. I mean, I'm really hoping the Heat do. And going back to what Brian was saying, like just before we move on, it's so funny. No one fucking watches the Heat unless you're a Heat fan. No one really fucking does, because you like everyone has an opinion on ESPN and Bleacher Report Instagram comments. You look at the Heat win comments, no one is talking shit because no one knows what the fuck to say because no one's watching their fucking games.
The spirit of the Heat left when like Wade left. When Wade left, it was like, it's a wrap.
If you're watching them, though, I do think we're better. I mean, obviously, that's why I called it, right? Like, I'm not saying I'm a genius or anything, but I'm watching the games, right? I know the depth we have. I know what we're capable of. And I said we're the only team to beat the Bucks in a positive way over 500 in the regular season. We beat them 2-1. We should have beat them 3-0. We were up by 25 points lost. I digress. I think that's it for our predictions. Did you guys want to get into some NFL predictions real quick? Since we already did that last week.
We can talk NFL.
We can talk
NFL just a little bit.
Yeah, just for our listeners, we're going to hit some NFL real quick, and then we're going to hit our main. Go ahead.
No, my bad. I didn't mean to. I was just going to say
straight.
Tomorrow. I mean, first official NFL game, Thursday Night Football.
Yeah. Should have this
when
episode
you
up by
guys
then,
hear
so-
this, it'll be tonight, of course.
Yeah.
But,
No, when you guys are listening, it's gonna,
Hopefully I get this up.
yeah, do some
So-
technical difficulties on my part. Go ahead, Brian.
we have the two highest paid quarterbacks in the league.
Fuck yeah.
Mahomes versus Deshaun Watson.
And that
What
was
do you guys
news I
think?
wanted to talk about. The Deshaun Watson. Does anybody have the specs? I think I have the specs. The contract that he just signed, I got it pulled up here. $160 million, 4-year. Fucking reset it. Jerry Jones is sweating in his boots, boys. He's gonna have to sign Dak to a fat contract here because
Yeah.
they wanted to franchise tag him and
Fuck him. Let Andy Dalton start.
we'll see how that fucking plays out. I
I wouldn't
definitely
be
got
surprised if he did that though. I really
Yeah.
wouldn't be. That's what's sad.
Jerry
about it.
because Jerry Jones is fucking wild. But
Exactly.
yeah, Texas Chiefs tomorrow, 8:20 p.m. Tomorrow is going to be a sick fucking day in sports. We get week 1 in college football. I'll talk about it a little bit. Started off, but Texans and Chiefs. I got Chiefs. Texans are a good team, but the fucking Panthers beat them last year, and we're booty. So
I got the Chiefs as well.
yeah.
Houston, they always got that luster about them. It's like, it's going to be the year, and then it's not. So-
Because they have Bill O'Brien as their fucking coach, dude,
Yeah.
who sent DeAndre to Arizona for fucking peanuts, bro.
who just signed a massive deal today as well.
Yes. Highest paid
crazy.
wide receiver.
Yeah.
And then
So-
Jalen Ramsey fucking signed the highest non-cornerback contract of all
Yeah.
time.
And I've been watching Hard Knocks, and they've been talking about it a little bit on there, his contract. He deserves it. Like, he
I don't
deserves
give a
every
shit, dude.
penny.
People trash talk. And when I say people, it's these fucking white high school boys that I fucking teach. White high school boys from fucking Kyle, American flag is typing. Like, fuck out of here. It's those dudes with the opinion that has some negative shit to say about that. Fuck that. Like, Jalen Ramsey's good as fuck. Like, he's a good cornerback. And they want to talk
the
shit.
best corner in football. He
Thank
is
you.
the
I
best.
I love my host, everybody. Like that. These people that talk fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
They want to hate on what's popular. That's why people hate LeBron because he's so fucking good. He'll be better at basketball than you will be at fucking sleeping. Like it's just, dude. It's just facts. Like they want to get so salty. It gets me angry, bro. It gets me so
big
fucking.
facts.
wish,
I wake up with a fucked up neck all the time from sleeping too, so I believe that.
Yeah, facts, big facts.
I wish Deshaun Watson played for another organization.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
yeah.
yes.
He's the only reason they're relevant, dude. Only
Yeah.
reason.
Oh, 100%.
I really
Yeah,
like
nobody
Deshaun
else.
Watson. I love the way he plays football. He's just a cool dude. I just
Yeah.
really wish he didn't play
Who
for the
did,
Houston
who did
Texans.
they have at running back a while back? Houston Texans. They had a really good running
They had
back.
Duke. They had Lamar Miller, Duke Johnson.
Arian.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He has a podcast now. Arian Foster.
Thank you,
Aaron Foster, yep.
Yeah, he was fucking nasty.
Yeah, he was good. Injuries derailed him.
Exactly.
Injuries derailed him.
Yeah, but I'm actually gonna. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just.
Oh no, I was just saying I'm actually going with the Chiefs as well. I just think it's gonna be a shootout and a little bit closer than expected. But that's all I gotta say.
We don't have to go through all these games.
No,
Let's just go
we
through the
did
good
last
ones.
week. If you want to do that, guys listening, and we did that last week, you can go over all of them. And yeah, just before we move on from NFL, we did kind of talk about
I just want to say that I don't think there's any fucking chance the Chargers beat the Bengals this week. All right, like
everybody on the pod last week.
Biased motherfucker
of course.
like, on here.
That Cincinnati offense is about to be stupid.
But Brian, they're not.
No,
they
they're
have
gonna get
no history
fucking-
together,
they're
bro.
gonna get-
They don't have nothing. Oh, they got T. Higgins. They got AJ Green, who hasn't played in a fucking fortnight.
Yeah.
They don't have
Bosa
like.
is gonna
No.
fucking
All
destroy Burrows in this
right.
game.
Oh, I'm Joe
Alright.
Mixon. I'm not coming to practice. I have migraines.
First of all, Joey Bosa and Burrow are friends.
I don't give a shit. They ain't
So-
friends that night. They ain't gonna be friends
Does that mean
that
I'm not gonna fucking tackle you,
Yeah,
bro?
fuck off. It's gonna fucking ruin his
I
friend's
think
career.
the Bengals are going to win by 10.
Shit.
Do you want to make a live bet right now?
That is his bold prediction.
No.
of the week.
Hold on. I'm down to put some money on this.
I don't
I'm down to
bet
put some
with money.
I don't have
It's
money.
just a thing that I don't do.
Okay,
It's
fine.
like
What do you?
I just don't like to do it.
Okay,
Bets with-
we're gonna
bets
bet
with
with
his
this then. We'll put the over under at 10. We'll put the over under at 10, meaning that the Bengals got to lose by 10 or less, and the Chargers have to win
They're
by
not going to
10,
lose.
10 or more. So I'm taking the over. Brian's obviously taking the under. And next week on next week's episode, he's going to have to be on sports episode, and I'm going to roast him like I used to.
So
always
what
do.
if the Bengals win by 21 points?
If the Bengals win by 21 points,
I'll eat peanut butter off my nipples, dude. That's not fucking happening. Like that's not happening.
I don't think I can.
He
read
said,
this.
all right.
All right, y'all are sleeping on Joey B, the
I can't read
future
that.
offensive player.
They're
offensive
going to be
rookie of the
good,
year.
bro, but not week
Offensive
one.
rookie of the
Okay.
year.
Yeah, with Joe Brady, and he's not there no more. Joe Brady's in Carolina, baby, doing it big. But I'm not saying Joey B's not going to be good. Don't get it twisted. He is, but not week one. I drafted him in a couple of fantasy leagues, but he's not going to be
I
good.
have him in our league. That we
Yeah,
have
you want Joey
Yeah,
B's
you
gonna
did.
be good?
He's
Joey
only
Bosa.
one. Yeah, that Joey B. No, that's why I didn't pick him in that league. I was like, I'm not touching Joe Burrow because I know Brian's going to fucking take him at some point.
I
Like,
took
early
him
in the
late. It was like the second to last round. I took him, and he's my backup. I have Tom
that's
Brady
fair.
as my
He's
Well,
supposed
I
to be able to slow stroke
Dude,
him.
in that league, I took fucking Drew Brees like last. It was fucking wild. I hope the Carolina Panthers go 1-15, and if we
Yeah,
win
they're
5
not going
games,
to win. I predict they're not going to win a single game.
please, dude, that's fine. That's a great fucking prediction because I want Trevor Lawrence, who I will stroke shaft my entire rest of my life. If we
Justin
get him.
Fields would be a better choice.
I don't hate it. I wouldn't mind either, but I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a better.
Can I ask
NFL
you?
quarterback.
Okay, we just need to get to. I have a college football question.
Yeah. So, right before Brian gets to that, does anybody have anything else on the NFL? Because if you're listening to this, last week we went over all NFL thoughts. Me, Jared, and Jacob. Brian wasn't here. We went over all of our
The
predictions.
Cincinnati Bengals will win the AFC North. I promise you that.
They're gonna come dead last. in the
I
AFC
mean,
North.
Ravens.
We'll see.
The Ravens will be the only competition.
And that's a big fucking competition, dude. They have Lamar fucking Jackson.
You guys won't get past the.
They have a
Browns.
player.
Yeah. The Browns are going to finish better than Bengals in the AFC North.
AFC North is the Bengals this year. They are winning that.
Dude, the Browns. This is my prediction. Browns will finish better than the Bengals this year.
That is fucking.
I know he's
stupid.
so mad at that. So mad at that. all right. So look, let's move on to our main quarter here. I think quarter 3. Quarter 4. Quarter 4 because quarter 3 was important news. Whatever. Quarter 4, we're in college football, fellas. We're gonna run down. All right. So last week was technically week 1, but they call it week 0. Whatever. It's week 1, week 2. It doesn't really matter. We can call it week 2
Week one
just
for
for
COVID
purposes.
times.
Yeah, it's week 1 for COVID times. Last
This is
week
the
we
first
had
real week of football we're getting
Yeah.
into now.
That's
Yeah.
where to put it.
Yeah, and because we don't have SEC yet. SEC is not playing yet. They play not next weekend either. It's last weekend SEC starts. But we have ACC and Big 12 this weekend.
Can I ask a question? before
Yes,
we
of
start?
course you can.
All these predictions are coming out for playoffs already.
Yeah.
So
God,
if
yeah.
the Big Ten
The
and the
final
Pac-12 aren't going to start until October, why are they
I don't
being
know.
excluded from playoff talks?
I know Desmond
Because
Howard
it's
had
not-
Cincinnati in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
That doesn't
well,
make
that's
any
his,
sense.
that's his group of 5 dark horse. But no,
ain't gonna make it.
because it's not confirmed yet. It's not
Like,
confirmed.
and, like,
They're already going with
Heisman
the
odds-
assumption.
Heisman odds have like all excluded Big Ten, Pac-12. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like the conferences have said they're gonna play. Like I don't see how that takes us out of.
Well,
But it
playoff
hasn't been
contention.
confirmed yet.
I
It
will
hasn't been
say,
confirmed.
I will say that the only Big Ten team that really has a
turn
shot
them
at
on.
making the playoffs is probably Ohio State.
But yeah, I
And
get
then,
it. But that's
and,
not the point.
and their quarterback is the only one that really has a chance at the Heisman outside of Trevor Lawrence. I feel like so. I think it's easy to make those predictions with that one bold prediction of Cincinnati making it in there to exclude Big Ten teams because you can reason that away. I do think Ohio State is going to be a better football team than Oklahoma, which everyone had in their fucking playoffs.
Well, yeah.
And I don't think they'll give the SEC 2 teams, which I think that's
So
absurd.
my question to y'all is: if Big Ten and the Pac-12 starts in October,
Yeah.
when do the playoffs happen? And
They
are
can't-
those
they can't.
conferences in
I don't think they
contention?
can. I don't think they can do a valid playoff. I'm not saying they shouldn't,
Mm-hmm.
but they have to be smarter people than me.
Well,
because
then
you
don't
just
have a playoff at all.
That's what I'm saying. That was my
Yeah.
point. They shouldn't.
I
They
agree with
shouldn't. Sorry to turn on my light. I look a lot fucking better now. But yeah, like I don't think there's a reason they shouldn't. If Pac, I don't think. No, this shows that no one gives a fuck about the Pac-12.
Yeah,
because,
they're not.
Yeah.
Nobody's arguing for the
Yeah, dude,
Pac-12.
they're like,
There's
all
no
right.
riots for the Pac-12.
dude, because you see like the most
Pac-12 is
unpopular
actually on
teams.
fire right now.
Yeah, literally, it's a boy. We fucking know that. But no, it's fucking stupid. Like no one gives a shit about Pac-12. Everyone, I mean, it's not stupid. It makes sense. But
All
what I'm
people
saying
cared
is
about
stupid.
was the Ohio State-Oregon game.
Yeah, literally. And I cared about I think it was week 1, Oregon, NDSU. I wanted to see NDSU
No,
win.
week 1 was Ohio State-Oregon.
It was Oregon
Okay.
State, NDSU, I thought, right? It was Oregon State versus NDSU.
No. Oregon and North Dakota State were playing each other this year. 100%.
were they really? Oh, yeah.
100%.
I just know.
Yeah, I think
I
it
know
was-
for a fact
I
it was
think it was.
Ohio State-Oregon was week 1. That was supposed to be the week 1 game. This year.
Okay, let me. I know it was. I'm looking it up right now for our listeners. It says right here, Brian. It says NDSU versus Oregon season opener.
Oh, maybe I'm incorrect.
It
Maybe
was
it's week
the
2.
original. It was the
Or maybe-
original
It might have
schedule.
been Ohio State's season opener against Oregon.
Oh
in
yeah, you're probably
Oregon's-
right.
Yeah.
season
Oh,
opener
because
was
they
the
do
week
start
before.
later. They start later. Yeah, it was.
Do you guys want me to just kind of go down this list of games and we can?
Oh,
kinda
that's what
just
I had.
spitball?
Yeah, I had them. But listen, before we do that, what I wanted to pick, we have our bold predictions take that we're going to do.
Yep.
To make it easier, some of my buddies do. They do the odds, so where they do like negative 22.5, right, for Syracuse and North Carolina. Do you guys? Because we obviously know who's going to win that game, right?
I
do
don't
you guys,
care anything
Yeah,
about
Syracuse.
betting.
Okay, sure.
Personally, like that's
No,
just not
that's
my
fair.
thing, but,
The only reason I do that for the sake of us is it makes it a little bit more hard to pick a winner. But no, that's fine. We'll just go down the list, and then we'll have our bold predictions for this week, what we think's going to happen. All three of us got to come up with some bold predictions, and then we'll get in the mailbag, and then we'll get you out of here. But Brian, lead us the way.
yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so we got UAB in Miami. Which
That's
is
tomorrow, baby. That's what I was talking about. Tomorrow's going to be fucking sick. We got
Yeah.
Chiefs, Texans. Sorry to interrupt, Brian. UAB, Miami, going to be fucking awesome. Miami's coming off a loss of Louisiana Tech in the bowl game, which is an awful loss last year.
I'm going
anyway.
UAB that game.
That's what I was going to talk about. Oh, we'll talk predictions or we'll talk guesses while we go down it. I'll go ahead and spoil. That's my bold prediction, everybody. UAB, they're negative 14 underdogs, plus 14, excuse me, Miami, meaning they're supposed to lose by 2 touchdowns or more. They're going to win outright. I believe UAB is going to beat Miami tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree with
That's
that.
my
I think that's
prediction.
going to happen as well.
That's my prediction. The Blazers are nasty. They weren't even a college football team a couple years ago. They just nixed their college football team. They brought it back a couple years ago. That's my bold prediction. UAB is going to win against Miami tomorrow. It's going to happen. They barely beat Central Arkansas, but they're going to beat Miami tomorrow. They don't have it together. But anyway, go ahead, Brian. Next up.
I got Louisiana Lafayette versus Iowa State. Go with the Cyclones on that one, just because I like this. I don't know. I've always kind of
Yeah.
like. their
Yeah,
color scheme.
yeah. We'll talk about that game later. Somebody put in the mailbag question about that. It's pretty interesting. But Iowa State, yeah, they're going to win. Brock Purdy's too nasty. Brock Purdy and Brock Purdy should not be in the Big 12. He should be in the Big 10. I just see him a Big 10 quarterback. He's up to par with those guys in there. He'd be the second best quarterback in the Big 10.
I do love the Raging Cajuns, but Iowa State is just too good of a team.
Yeah.
I've been putting up with them for a long time. So
Yeah, Iowa State's a solid team.
Yeah.
We got Jacob Wolf's team of West Virginia versus Eastern Kentucky. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a blowout. Eastern Kentucky by 35 points.
Yo, EKU actually lost to Marshall by 50.
Yeah,
So
that was absolutely insane.
yeah, so
So
West
EKU
Virginia
by 21 points.
So I'll say this: I'm a part of with friends with another podcast. Shout out College Football Bros. I plug them almost every pod. They're really high on the West Virginia Mountaineers this year. I'm trying to pull.
No,
up
they are
stats
not.
right here.
I've been following their Instagram. They have us barely getting past Kansas and Texas Tech.
Hold on.
Nah, I've been following that shit.
Hold on.
Or
I'm
maybe
trying-
that's College Football Elite.
I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
why
definitely not
anybody
College
gets
Football Bros.
excited about West Virginia football.
Yeah, no, bro, Jacob, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Anyways, they're
College Football
over.
Bros College Football Elite?
It's College Football Bros. Listen, let me say this really quick. Their over/under for games this year are 4.5. Meaning, are they going to win more than 4.5 games or lose? Every single one of the three bros picked over, and one of them
that's
picked
not-
that it was their lock. So they have them all winning more than 4.5 games this year, and they're playing. ACC's playing 10 games.
Like I said, I got them confused with College Football Elite. College Football
Okay.
Elite had us finishing just above Texas
Oh,
Tech.
ECF, Elite College Football.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, College Football
All
Bros
right,
get a
so
pass right
next we got Syracuse versus University of North Carolina.
That's going to be a
Chapel Hill.
blowout. I got Tar Heels by 20.
Yeah, Mac. Okay, so I'll give you guys my bold prediction.
Yeah.
I think Carolina's going to make the college football playoff.
Fuck yeah, I love you, Brian. Yeah, I see it. I wouldn't
There we
doubt
go.
it.
That is
I
bold.
I think Mac Brown is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
They have a top 3 recruiting class. I think they are going to make the fucking playoffs.
They have the
this year. I think
second
they
best
will
quarterback
beat
in the
Clemson,
ACC.
and I think they
Wow.
will win the ACC and go to the playoff.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a bold.
can
I
see
mean,
that
dude,
happening.
you're
All
riding the
gotta do is
wave.
Beat Clemson. Yeah.
Yeah, you're riding that wave, dude. I mean, and they have a favorable schedule too. They don't even play Clemson. I don't think they don't play Clemson in their schedule.
Well, they'll have to play them in the ACC championship.
Yes,
Yeah,
of
that's
course,
what
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what.
Let me look at
And
this.
that would be a play-in game, most likely.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Let me just verify, fellas.
With
yeah,
that being said, they're
Except for the
going to
Notre
kill
Dame
Syracuse. They're going to beat Syracuse. They're going to beat the
yeah,
fucking brakes off
Syracuse is one of the worst teams in the ACC.
Yeah.
Moving on. Arkansas State versus Kansas State, the Wildcats of Kansas State. Kansas State, I mean, they've put a pretty good, solid program together the last
Yeah,
5,
they're not
6
bad.
years.
Yeah, they're working on it for sure.
Yeah, Vegas has it a pretty close game. They have it a 10.5 points spread in favor of Kansas State. I got Kansas State.
Yeah.
Arkansas State, though, they look good against Central Arkansas. They ended up losing, but I got Kansas State in this one.
Yeah, I think Kansas State's going to win this one because they need to have something to look up to before they go into play Oklahoma in week 2.
Yeah.
So.
Okay,
Rough.
so next game I got here is Charlotte versus App State. University of Charlotte just got I think this is their third year?
Third or
Second year,
fourth.
third year?
Something
It's
like that.
fourth. It's like fourth.
Fourth year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Will Healy, the coach.
Versus possibly, just one of the most consistently good football teams that college football has seen in the last 20 years, App State.
Mhm.
Vegas
I'm
has
going to
them
go
by
App State.
17.
I think, I don't remember what I saw something that said that App State is a big sleeper team this year, and people should be paying attention to them. They're supposed to be really, really good. So.
Yeah, and they're not sleepers in North Carolina. If you live in North
if you-
Carolina,
you should know here.
If you
I'm
live
actually
in North
I'm actually
Carolina,
picking App State to go undefeated this year. I think they're going to get over that hump with Georgia Southern.
Are they the new
that-
UCF? Is App State the new UCF?
they could be.
I think they will be. I mean, obviously, UCF had at least the benefit of playing slightly better teams. I mean, in the Sun Belt, App State's playing literally nobody.
Boise proved it. Hey, if you want to
Well,
play,
yeah,
us, we'll
but Boise
play you
State-
any-
Boise
yeah.
State still had to get past like Air Force, which was
Yeah.
decent back then. Utah
still
and
just
stuff
love-
like that. You know, Utah.
I've just always been a big fan
Those
of
always a good
those Boise State years where they just
Oh, yeah, for sure.
we'll play anybody anywhere and we'll beat the brakes off you.
That's what he said. I remember that coach saying, "We invite anybody to come
Yeah.
here and play, or we'll go to you." Yeah.
If there's any year for a group of 5 conference team to make it in the playoffs, it's going to be this weird fucking year of 2020.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Somebody come from Conference USA could make it. Cincinnati, Memphis, App State.
I don't think App State's going to get a nod even if they go undefeated, though. I mean, playing in the Sun Belt,
they
they're just
won't.
not. They got Campbell and fucking
We'll see two
Coastal
ACC
Carolina
teams.
on there.
We'll see two
Yeah,
ACC
that's fair.
teams. We'll see 2 SEC teams before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm gonna skip one of these. I'm gonna skip like a couple of these games because
Yeah, if they're FCS, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like
I
UTSA,
got-
Texas State, we don't need them.
Yeah, I got Duke versus Notre Dame next. Notre Dame should have joined the Big Ten 10 years ago. I'm tired of them not being in a real conference and then crying because they don't get any respect when it comes to playoff time. Join a real conference. That being said, Duke's not going to be good this year. I'll go to Notre Dame.
Yeah, Vegas has Notre Dame by 20. I got Notre Dame in this one. No bold prediction.
Yeah,
Nothing
easy.
fun. Ian Book's a good quarterback. Duke, Daniel Jones is gone. Daniel Jones wasn't even good at Duke anyway. They don't have a good program. They don't have a good coach. I don't give a fuck about Duke in basketball or football
have
or in
nothing.
general. No, they're trash. Fuck Duke. They have nothing to offer though. Really, I'm not being an ass. They don't really have any promising prospect. They're just middle tier. I mean, they're not going to win this game.
Yeah.
I got Georgia Tech versus Florida State. Nice ACC matchup. Florida State's kind of like in a weird situation. Nobody really knows what they're gonna be this year.
It's gonna be a game,
they're
boys. It's gonna be a game.
What's gonna happen? Georgia Tech always runs a
Option.
exciting option. Offense, triple option offense. So,
Yeah, they've kept it, man.
It's like if Navy had better players almost.
I'm gonna go Georgia Tech only because
Nice.
literally nobody knows what Florida State is gonna. Nobody knows what Florida.
No one
State's
knows.
gonna be
I
this
mean,
year.
they had a mediocre hire in Mike Norvell out of Memphis. Was Mike Norvell part of Memphis' success? Who knows? I don't really think so. I fucking hate FSU. Obviously, I mean, I'm a Gators fan. I can't stand FSU. I think they're trash. I think they're going to be trash. I got Vegas has FSU in this one by 12 and a half points. I got Georgia Tech winning outright.
Yeah,
I think Georgia Tech takes it.
I thought I was gonna be bold saying Georgia Tech there, but no.
We got a sweep.
I think that's
Got to sweep. FSU, I called it last year my lock of the year last year, even to my students. My student wrote me an essay because I told him that Boise was going to beat FSU, and he said, no way in hell. And they won outright. And I just see it. Georgia Tech's beating Florida State this weekend.
Word.
Nice.
Next game I got Missouri State versus Oklahoma, which obviously is going to be a blowout.
We're only
But
talking about it because OU.
yeah.
Well, yeah, and I just wanted to say, if I had to throw just like a little cool, like quick, bold prediction out there, I think Spencer Rattler is going to have a great year.
Yes,
I think
yes, let me hear it.
Oklahoma.
I fucking love Spencer Rattler.
Since Ohio State is not playing, I think Oklahoma is going to be the kind of team that I watch and that I root for. I really, really hope Spencer Rattler has a good year. I'm rooting for him especially. So but yeah, Oklahoma big. Yeah.
Brian pisses me off a whole lot, but I fucking love his opinions today, dude. I love me some Spencer Rattler, bro. I'm a big fan of Spencer Rattler.
As long as he's not talking about Cincinnati, we're fine.
That's facts. That's facts. But no, I really do like Spencer Rattler. He has so much potential. He's another one of those guys that fucking teenage white boys love to hate on, dude. They just want to, kind of like the Tate Martell thing, which I get the Tate Martell thing. That's a little bit different. But Spencer Rattler's getting the same kind of hate that he's all hype. He's going to be great. This is my bold prediction. He's going to have a better career at OU than Baker Mayfield and Kyler.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
I would
I
agree
can
with
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not a bold prediction here, but to some people, think it's a bold prediction. I love Baker Mayfield, and I like Kyler Murray, but I think he will be better than both. He's going to be a starting sophomore. I think he's going to be there 3 years. I think he'll be there 3 years.
I agree.
Moving on.
Jacob, you had
all of
anything
us got Oklahoma.
No, obviously Oklahoma.
Okay,
I think it's just a matter of how much.
The only reason we're talking about them, Missouri State, is because they're playing Oklahoma. It's going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
I just really quick, let me see what Vegas has, and if I have them here, if not, we'll move on, just to see how bad they think they're going to get their ass beat. I don't got it right in front of me. We can move on.
It's fine. Next big game. We only have a couple big games left.
Okay.
Clemson, Wake Forest. Obviously not a big game, but it's a big. It's an ACC matchup. Clemson, arguably the best team in the country. If I mean, you could definitely argue that if all conferences were playing, but Clemson, favorable number one, favorable to win the championship again this year. You got Trevor Lawrence going to possibly be the number one draft pick in the 2021 draft. Clemson big. I don't even think Trevor Lawrence will play the whole game.
No.
But yeah, it's going to be big.
Yeah, Clemson, Vegas has them winning by 33 points. They have a blowout in our hands, and that's what I see happening. Clemson, I don't think they're going to win by 33 because it's week one. I got 21. I got 3 touchdowns they're going to win by.
Wake Forest is still a Power 5 school. I mean,
they're an ACC team.
But...
I mean, and they beat UNC last year, and UNC was a good team. They went to the last second, so they're not absolute scrubs. But, I mean, I think they're still going to lose by multiple touchdowns.
I think it's going to be 35-0 at halftime, and then Wake Forest is going to get a couple touchdowns back. I think that's
I don't think Trevor Lawrence plays past halftime.
Yeah. I see a comfortable win for Clemson. I don't necessarily see a huge blowout. I see a 3-touchdown win.
The last big game, I say big, and it's only because it's the school that I have here. And Ethan, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Is UTEP versus Texas?
Yep.
And obviously, Texas is Texas is what Texas is. It's one of those traditional power teams now. Who knows what they're going to be this year? They were okay last year, I think. They had a winning season last year.
Yeah, they're
everybody wants to keep saying Texas is back, but they're not, guys. I'm sorry, they're not.
I think Ethan and I are on the same page. We think Sam Ellinger is going to have either a blowout or a great year, or he's going to do his classicals. Like, this is the year for Sam Ellinger if he takes it.
You know I love Sam.
They will not beat Oklahoma. I'll say that right now.
I think
Texas is not going to beat Oklahoma.
I think they beat Oklahoma this year, but they do something stupid like lose to fucking West Virginia.
I want to be on Jacob's side, but I'm on Brian's side. My heart wants Texas to win, but I think Oklahoma's just the better team. Lincoln Riley is the best offensive mind in listen to this, in all of football, not just college football. He's the best offensive mind.
He's great. I'm just saying Texas has a tendency to play very well in big games. But
they
then
do, but their defense is bad. Their defense is bad.
100%.
And that's OU doesn't give a fuck about their defense.
Which is why in this big game, this big heated rivalry with Oklahoma, defense is going to be hitting harder that game, I think. And that's where they get a bit of an edge, I think, sometimes when it comes to those games.
Yeah. All right, Brian, any more you wanted to touch on before we hit in our mailbag?
Nah, that's really the big college games happening this year. I mean, we've said it on the show before. It's super sad we're not getting a real college football season this year.
Yeah. I'm leaning on to everything we got.
And I hope they figure out the playoff situation or the championship situation, because if other conferences are going to start late, it's really not fair to exclude them from the championship run. I just don't believe that's fair.
My take is if they do join late, they're just going to scrap the playoffs and just do traditional bowl games and have them play that.
Yeah.
I think that should be the option.
Then what, do number 1, number 2 plays?
Yeah.
National championship. We're going to BCS it. We're just going to BCS it for this year.
Yeah, because I think it's just too much controversy for a playoff.
BCS it.
BCS is probably the best verbiation for that.
So.
Yeah, but we all set our bold predictions.
I didn't actually give a bold prediction.
Okay.
I was thinking more for the season when we talked about it originally. I think.
Sure, go for it.
I'll just go with we'll just say Monroe beats Army. I wouldn't be surprised by it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rutgers Army Todd, my boy from College Football Bros, who's an Army fan. Yeah. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. Brian, I know you got to get out of here before we get into our mailbag. Overtime, we're heading into overtime, boys. We got about 5 more minutes. We'll get you out of here. But before we do that, let's say bye to Brian and get out of here. We'll see you next week when Cincinnati is 0-1.
Hey, I appreciate you guys having me tonight.
Of course.
Sorry I can't stick around for the whole time.
No worries.
Before I get out of here, big stuff coming to the network next week. We'll keep you guys informed. Thanks for rocking with us. Jacob, please give them where they can follow us when before you guys get out of here.
Oh, yeah, you know I do.
All right, guys. I appreciate y'all having me. Thank you so much. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, love you. Bye.
Peace.
All right, so guys, we're in overtime now. We're going to jump into our mailbag from the WDK _network on Instagram. That I don't want to say I run, but I usually
you usually handle most of it for sure.
Yeah, and I love doing it, and I really love the story stuff. I have a lot of guys who participated. Shout out to my buddies from College Football Bros and my former students and other people I get to put in some questions for, so we can have some, what's the word I'm looking for? Interaction with our listeners, interaction with the sports community. Sports are our escape right now. So let's just get right into our mailbag. Thanks to our user Jess _0796, aka my fiance. She is excuse me. Before I get into that, what we asked for the mailbag was, what is your bold prediction? Right, just the main story today that we talked about. What's our bold prediction for college football week 1? Right, so that's what the mailbag is here. What is your prediction? Your bold prediction for this week? Like I said, Jess _0796 says beats UAB by 50 points or more. And that contradicts what I said. I said UAB beats outright.
We swept UAB on that one too.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. We did. I'm gonna laugh though. We come back and we're 0-3, and my fiance's 1-0 with a dub. So hey. One of my good buddies, Todd, Mr. Tank Handsome on Instagram, Rutgers Army Todd, otherwise known as, he says his prediction. He's an Army fan. Wins by 28 at least. I'm in line with that prediction. They play Monroe this weekend?
Yeah, UL Monroe.
UL Monroe. They beat Middle Tennessee by 42 fucking points last week. I had them winning. Yeah, I think they were like 14-point favorites or something like that last weekend, and they won by 42.
Yeah, they're a good team. They're going to definitely beat Navy this year.
Of course. We saw Navy. What happened.
Yeah, I'm always a group Marine Corps family, so.
Fair. Yeah. My lock of the week last week was BYU. Pick 'em Pick'em, for those that don't know, Pick'em just means there's no line for Vegas. You just pick the team you think is going to win. They think it's going to be that close. BYU was pretty much even keel with Navy, and they won by, we saw 55-3 or some shit like that. That was my lock of the week. But Army, I agree with Todd. I think they win by 28 points here again against UL Monroe. I call like 30-0, something like that. I see a showdown.
Me picking Monroe before was just basically a joke.
Yeah, fair
if
enough.
that wasn't clear enough.
As of most things you do.
So true.
Our buddies at College Football Bros, probably submitted by Bro Michael. He states that Coastal Carolina wins outright at Kansas. Go, Chance. We're Chanticleer fans in the College Football Bros Discord podcast. That was our team we're cheering for this year is the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, if I'm saying that correctly.
You are. Is that even bold to say, though? Because Kansas is straight booty.
Dude, let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Vegas.
Kansas.
Guys, Vegas has them. Let's see. Hold on. I'm about to pull it up. They're in the Big 12, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Vegas has them out of 10 games. Their line is set at 2.5 wins. Wow. 2.5 wins. Everyone in the College Football Bros picked the under. They don't think they're going to win more than 2 games. I don't see it happening. In the Big 12, who are they going to be?
West Virginia probably once. It's usually how that shit goes for us.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't see it happening. I see the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. I'm with the College Football Bros on this one. I see them wiping
That's
out
a good pick.
Kansas.
I
think it's a great pick. It's bold because
for sure.
Because it's Group of 5 versus a Power 5 team. But saying Kansas is a Power 5 team is pretty arguable.
It's like back when Vandy was technically a Power 5 team, but they couldn't win a fucking game to save their life.
They still are. Vanderbilt still is. They're still in the SEC.
I know they still are. I'm just saying they're better than they used to be. That's all I'm saying.
Fair.
Yeah, it was like back when we were in high school, they couldn't win shit.
And some weird loser by Wolf Jacob, don't really know who that is, said 50% of players get COVID. Thanks, dumbass. They're going to get it in 1 week. All right.
Yep.
Shout out Kenny K. I hope you don't listen to this podcast because we absolutely roasted your Deeks from Wake Forest. He's a Wake Forest fan. He says Levi Lewis will lead University of Louisiana Lafayette to an upset win over Iowa State. All 3 of the guys here don't agree with you. We think
do love the Raging Cajuns, like I said before, but I don't see that one happening.
No, I don't see it. Iowa State is very good. Brock Purdy's very good. It is week 1. The time to make a prediction is now.
Yeah,
it is now. But I just don't see it happening. I see them winning by 20 points or more. And then we got a couple more, and then we'll get you out of here. We got WebNuts91. Co-host of the show, not with us tonight. He says Tennessee beats South Carolina by 20. Do they play this weekend? Did he even say that right? What is this? They don't play this weekend. They don't play. Tennessee doesn't play until a couple weeks. I'm reading mailbag, guys. Don't get mad at me.
Tennessee beats the. What are they playing? NCAA football 14?
I literally, I guess so. He's gonna listen. Hopefully, he'll listen to this. I don't even think they might play at week 4. Let's look. I want to do this research to get it right. I don't even. Tennessee plays South Carolina, guys, September 26th. Today is what? September 9th? I don't even know what day it is. It's September 9th, so they play September 26th. So thanks, Jared, for his week 1 bowl prediction, which happens in week 4. So sure, we'll see that in a couple weeks. We'll come back to that. Our last one, Brian Davis's brother, John Davis, at his username 1HNDEDBNDT. Don't know how to pronounce that.
One-handed bandit.
I'm a dumbass. With 2 hands. He says it doesn't matter because the Ohio State is not playing.
Oh.
Fair enough. And we'll just recap, guys. That's pretty much it for us today. We've hit overtime. We hit everything. We don't really have any much more new stuff to go over. We talked about the big signs. We talked about Giannis leaving potentially. Jalen Ramsey, D-Hop, Deshaun Watson got big contracts. We talked about the NFL games coming up. College football, we got week 1 in the bag. My bold prediction of the week is UAB is going to win outright to start us off for this week against Miami. And we read our listeners. Thanks you guys for participating in our listeners' bold predictions for the week. Anything else, Jacob?
I think that'll do it for us. Just if you like what you saw here today, heard here today, make sure you check out our other shows over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever it is you like to listen to podcasts. And if you want to see our beautiful faces, be sure to head over to that YouTube page. WDK Network. We are the first one that pops up, so you ain't got no excuses.
Yeah.
So make sure you go over there, check us out, and I think that'll do it for us today, guys.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, and
Check us
remember,
out.
shoot your shot.
Peace out.
Peace. All right. Good shit.
Despite the issues, that was a good show.
Yeah, I think.